Hi guys, welcome to my channel for a new introduction video. This is tournament Bellum Lacum number 6 that is happening in Douvain, France, very close to Italy and Switzerland as well. It was organized by my club, Sons of Games. I didn't do a lot in the organization, but it was surely a well-run event by my teammate Fabien. Some information on the tournament. So we have attending 24 teams of 4 people totally, which is 96 players, which is quite good attendance. We have mainly teams from Switzerland and France, but also 2 teams from Italy, from the area of Milano, and 1 team from Luxembourg that took a flight to come to this event. Thanks a lot to them for coming to the event. We played 5 games in total over 2 days, which is quite classic, 3.5 hours for each round, including pairing. And we had a random pick for game number 1 and then Swiss round like it's usually done, so the first playing the second and so on. And yeah, especially for this event I had the occasion to rush a little bit my painting because I needed a second unit of Tusker that I wanted to play, so I pushed myself and I achieved my goal to paint these 3 new Tusker in my army and to add them to my collection for this tournament. So it was a bit of a rush. I had to paint every evening, but I was quite happy with the result, how they look like. Now this is my list, excuse me. So my list, I was playing maybe first of all in a team together with Coco Freeze from Team ETC Switzerland, who was playing War of the Dark God. Then also with Shizu from Team France, ETC from TRC, and also Juggernaut. They were playing Demon Legend, respectively Kingdom Fekuten, and I was playing my Ogre Khan like I usually do. My list was consisting of a Master Thaumaturgy and Apprentice Shamanism with the book, plus a Rod of Battle, so I like the fact to have 7 spells and a very solid magic phase from range, but also enough combat buff together with the Smite the Unbeliever, possibly Hereditary in some games, and then number 1 of Shamanism plus Rod of Battle. This was definitely providing me a lot of tools for close combat. And then the Book of Arcane. Basically, I like the idea of picking between the spell 2, 3, 4. I wouldn't like to pick more than one of them in most of my games, so I think they are very situational, and I was quite happy to have the book to basically have a cheap shaman that can also act as chaff if I need to. Then I have my defensive Great Khan with Mammothite Cloak and Old Master, a Khan BSB with Ban of Discipline since all my characters are going into a single unit. Then I have just paired weapon, Orc Crossbow and Cult Leader to have BSB 18, 8 Bruisers. Since I have 4 characters in the unit, I found out that 8 could be enough. It's still 12 men in the Bruiser unit, which should be enough. And this is a Death Star that I don't like to send too much in combat too early, so I felt it's picking its combat carefully, and therefore I think 8 is enough to have an additional unit in core, and this allowed me to field 2 times 3 Tribesmen and a unit of 5 Saber-Tooth Tiger. Then I have a unit of 4 Tusker Cavalry with the Banner of Ginget, a unit of 3 with paired weapon, and a Musician, which is cheaper and more expendable, but still charging quite far away. 5 Scrappling Trappers, 2 Scratabolt. So basically I have always the idea that either I need some shooting to deal with some unit that could be a problem for Ogre Khan, thinking about fast hitting, hard hitting unit. So either it's shooting like I try to do here, or it's using the Frost Mammoth. But I think one of these components will be in most of my list. And here it was more like a meta choice. First of all, I wanted to have some tools against Vermin Swarm and maybe Saurian Enchant that are also playing with some large block. So I felt the Squattable could be good in the meta. And in a team of 4, basically it's easier to get what you want as a matchup or to block someone with this type of tool than in a meta of 8, which would be, I think, less effective. So this was mainly a meta choice and also a willingness for me to have some smaller unit that I can send into combat that are more expendable. And then last but not least, the Slave Giant with a great weapon. And yeah, to finish this video, I just show you the teams and the games for round number 1. It was rolled randomly. The teams were put into hats depending on their orientation on the map, so to say. And basically I ended up being on the last round, so round number 12 against Anony Boops, which was a I don't think one of the favorites of the tournament. So yeah, that was our round number 1. And then I think the main clash was on table 10 between Team Piloli from Italy and Le Village that just ended up, I think, 2nd or 3rd, and the Interregio, French Interregio, definitely a strong team with some experienced player. So definitely one to watch for this first round. Guys, I don't have more to say. What you can expect in the following videos. The first one, I have 2 training games, so that's what I usually do. I put the introduction video with the list first, and then I go over training games, and then I go to the tournament games. So I will first show you these training games, and after that we'll move to the tournament games, and after that conclusion video and saying a bit what went good, what didn't went well, what would I modify in the list, and so on. Thanks a lot guys for watching this video, and I talk to you soon in the battle report. Bye bye.